9 connections between Wisconsin and the Super Bowl teams. Though the Green Bay Packers were left lamenting a narrow loss to the San Francisco 49ers, perhaps even more so after Detroit suffered an even greater heartbreak in an NFC Championship game loss, there are several Wisconsin connections heading to Super Bowl LVIII in 2 weeks. Here are some notable ties between the Chiefs and 49ers, who will meet in Las Vegas for All the Marbles February 11th. Andy Reid. Reid served as Green Bay Packers assistant offensive line and tight ends coach from 1992 to 1996, and then as quarterbacks coach and assistant head coach in 1997 to 98, working closely with Brett Favre. He became Philadelphia Eagles head coach in 1999 and led the team to a Super Bowl. He took over the Chiefs in 2013 and has had a run of success, including 4 Super Bowl appearances and 2 rings so far. Leo Chenal. The native of Grantsburg and standout at the University of Wisconsin had a sack and 6 tackles on just 18 snaps in the Super Bowl last year as a rookie, then climbed a bus during the Super Bowl parade. This year, the linebacker made 10 starts in the regular season, finishing with 3 sacks, 8 tackles for loss and 65 total tackles, and he's also made 2 playoff starts in 3 appearances, with 9 tackles. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. After 4 years with the Packers, the home run threat receiver has now made big plays in back-to-back conference title games. MVS, who signed with the Chiefs before the 2022 season, caught 6 passes for 116 yards against the Bengals in last year's AFC title game to reach the Super Bowl, with every catch netting a first down or touchdown. Against Baltimore on Sunday, his output was more modest, with 2 catches for 38 yards. But his 32-yard reception on the final drive essentially iced the game for the Chiefs. He's only caught 1 touchdown this season with 21 receptions, but remains a deep threat. Mike Caliendo. The Brookfield East alumnus appeared in 8 games for the Chiefs this year and all 3 playoff games, seeing the field for roughly 12% of offensive snaps and 17% on special teams in the regular season. Caliendo was bumped up on the depth chart for the AFC Championship game with standout guard Joe Thuney sidelined by injury, though Nick Allegretti got the start at left guard and Caliendo played 3 snaps on special teams. Mike Pennell. He played in 37 games over his first 3 seasons in the NFL with the Packers after signing as an undrafted free agent in 2014, and he's still in the league making appearances in the biggest game of the season. The nose tackle was part of Kansas City's Super Bowl team in the 2019 season and played in the Super Bowl again in 2020. He was with Atlanta in 2021 and Chicago last year, and he was on the Chiefs practice squad this season at age 32, but he saw action in 3 regular season games and now both playoff games, with 6 tackles over 2 games. Johnny Holland. Holland, who played 7 seasons with the Packers and had 100 or more tackles in each of his last 6 seasons, became part of the Packers Hall of Fame in 2001. Today, he's the 49ers linebackers coach and a coaching veteran, beginning as a defensive quality control coach for the Packers teams that went to 2 Super Bowls during a run from 1995 to 1997. He later coached special teams and linebackers with the Packers in 1998 and 1999. Oren Burks. The former Packers linebacker in his 2nd season with the 49ers, playing on special teams and defense. He has 1 sack, 1 interception, and a career-best 46 tackles this season. He had 2 tackles against his former team in the playoffs and 1 more against Detroit in the NFC title game. Tabor Pepper. The long snapper appeared in 4 games for the Packers in 2017. He's been with the 49ers since 2020, playing in all 17 games the past 3 seasons. The sliding door of Brandon Ayuk. The second-team All-Pro receiver has had an outstanding season, with 1,342 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns, and all of that was before his incredible catch off of a defender's face mask in the NFC Championship game and subsequent touchdown catch. Is it possible the Packers were thinking about taking him in the 2020 NFL Draft? A report at the time indicated the 49ers were nervous that the Packers would snag the Arizona State standout Ayuk, so San Francisco traded up to the 25th pick. With Ayuk off the board, the Packers traded up to spot number 26, and took Jordan Love. The Packers have famously eschewed drafting receivers in the first round, though the past 2 drafts demonstrate why that's been sound. The Packers have loaded up on pass catchers outside the first round like Jaden Reid, 2nd round, Christian Watson, 2nd, Luke Musgrave, 2nd, Tucker Kraft, 3rd, Romeo Dew, 4th, and Dontavian Wicks, 5th. George Kittle. Though he moved to Iowa at a young age and didn't spend much time growing up in Wisconsin, the 49ers star tight end was born in Madison. In fact, as Doug Mull of Madison Magazine wrote in 2020, his parents had to weave through Badgers football game day traffic to reach the hospital on October